The Revolt Against God. This vivid creation myth related by the Fang people of the Gabon in West Africa tells of a being whose ambition causes his fall from grace. At the beginning of things, when there was nothing, neither man nor animals, nor plants, nor heaven, nor earth, nothing, nothing. God was, and he was called Nzami. The three who are Nzami, we call them Nzami, Mber, and Ikwa. At the beginning, Nzami made the heaven and the earth, and he reserved the heaven for himself. Then he blew into the earth and the water were created, each on its side. Nzami made everything, heaven, earth, sun, moon, stars, animals, plants, everything. When he had finished everything that we see today, he called Mbare and Ikwa and showed them his work. This is my work. Is it good? They replied, yes, you have done well. Does anything remain to be done? And Mbare and Ikwa answered him, we see many animals, but we do not see their chief. We see many plants, but we do not see their master. As masters for all these things, they appointed the elephant because he had wisdom, the leopard because he had power and cunning, and the monkey because he had malice and suppleness. But Nzami wanted to do even better, and between them he, Mbare, and Nkwa created a being almost like themselves. One gave him force, the second sway, and the third beauty. Then the three of them said, take the earth. You are henceforth the master of all that exists. Like us, you have life. All things belong to you, and you're the master. Nzame, Mbere, and Ikwa returned to their heights to their dwelling place, and the new creature remained below alone, and everything obeyed him. But among all the animals, the elephant remained the first, the leopard the second, and the monkey the third, because it was they whom Mbara and Ikwa had first chosen. Nzame, Mbara, and Ikwa called the first man Fang, which means power, proud of his sway, his power, and his beauty, because he surpasses in these three qualities the elephant, the leopard, and the monkey, proud of being able to defeat all the animals. This first man grew wicked. He became arrogant and did not want to worship Nzami again, and he scorned him. Yi Olei, God on high, man on the earth. Yi Olei, God is God, man is man. Everyone in his house, everyone for himself. God heard that song. Who sings? He asked. Look for him, he cried, Fang. Who sings? Ye Olei, who sings? Hey, it is me, cried Fang. Furious, God called Nzala, the thunder. Nzala come. Nzala came running with great noise. Boom, boom, boom. The fire of heaven fell on the forest. The plantations burnt like vast torches. Foo, foo, foo. Everything in flames. The earth was then as today covered with forests. The trees burnt, the plants, the bananas, the cassava, even the pistachio nuts. Everything dried up. Animals, birds, fishes, all were destroyed. Everything was dead. But when God had created the first man, he had told him, you will never die. And what God gives, he does not take away. The first man was burnt, but none knows what became of him. He is alive, yes, but where? But God looked at the earth, all black, without anything, and idle. He felt ashamed and he wanted to do better. And Nzame, and Mbare, and Nkwa took counsel, and they did as follows. Over the black earth covered with coal, they put a new layer of earth. A tree grew bigger and bigger. And when one of its seeds fell down, a new tree was born. When a leaf severed itself, it grew and began to walk. It was an animal, an elephant, a leopard, an antelope, a tortoise, all of them. When a leaf fell into the water, it swam. It was a fish, a sardine, a crab, oyster, all of them. The earth became again what it had been, and what it still is today. The proof that this is the truth is this. When one digs up the earth in certain places, one finds a hard black stone which breaks. Throw it in the fire and it burns. But Nzame and Bare and Inkwa took counsel, and they needed a chief to command all animals. We should make man like Fang, said Nzame, the same legs and arms, but we shall turn his head, and he shall see death. This was the second man, and the father of all. Nzame called him Sukumi, but did not want to leave him alone, and said, make yourself a woman from a tree. Sukumi made himself a woman, and she walked, and he called her Mbangwe. When Nzame made Sukumi and Mbangwe, he made them in two parts. An outer part called Gnal, the body, and the other which lives in the body called Insisim. Insisim is that which produces the shadow. Insisim is the shadow. It is the same thing. It is Insisim who makes Gnal live. Insisim goes away when man dies, but Insisim does not die. Do you know where he lives? He lives in the eye, the little shining point you see in the middle. That is Insisim. Stars above, fire below, coal in the earth, the soul in the eye, cloud smoke and death. Sukumi and Mbangwe lived happily on earth and had many children. But Fang, the first man, was imprisoned by God under the earth. With a large stone he blocked the entrance. But the malicious Fang tunneled at the earth for a long time, and one day, at last, he was outside. Who had taken his place? The new man. Fang was furious with him. Now he hides in the forest to kill him, under the water to capsize their boats. Remain silent. Fang is listening to bring misfortune. Remain silent.